Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about the possible Golden Week units that might be coming next week for Blazing Festival, because I'm pretty much betting that next week is going to be the drop of Blazing Festival for Golden Week, which we've all been looking forward to, obviously. So with that said, we do actually have some news about the Super Impact. We've known what it is for like about a day now, and that's because it was actually going ahead and being hinted at for the next week. And because we're synced up with JP now, we can actually see it over here on global as well. So on top of there being limit breaks for these units right here, the New Year's units, which I touched on yesterday, we also have a new Super Impact which will be coming in the next week right here, and it is for Kinkaku and Ginkaku. Now a lot of you might not know who these characters are because they're kind of important, but at the same time they're pretty minor and we didn't see them except for really one time in Naruto's story. But with that said, these are pretty important characters when it comes to the lore, actually, and I'm actually kind of hyped as far as the Super Impact goes because they look dope, man. I don't know which one it is we're gonna get to get Kinkaku and Ginkaku, so this is like our first ever unit where it comes with both of them. Now they have had units in the past where it looks like there's two of them. Like you could say the same thing for Kakashi and Obito for the 3rd anniversary. They're both a part of each other's artwork. The same can be said for last Golden Week last year, where we had EMS Sasuke and KCM Naruto, and they do this with a lot of other units like Deidara and Sasori as well. But Kinkaku and Ginkaku, man, they're both on the card, and it makes sense because they come together. You wouldn't want them separate, but that's so weird to me, like just to think that one unit is technically two people. Like that's just a little strange to me, right? But that's pretty interesting, and I'm loving their art. I gotta say, man, I am loving that art. It definitely has the duality between the blue and the red, which does go very nicely with them. Now I will be diving in deeper about talking about what these units, like what these characters could be, because that is important to speculating on what units that we're going to be maybe getting along with this. But we do know for sure that this is going to be the Super Impact that we get, I believe, next week it should be, because they usually release this type of stuff a week in advance. Running through Blazing Festival units, there's a very high chance that the Blazing Festival unit is going to have something to do with Kinkaku and Ginkaku. Now usually they have it where it's like that. There is a correlation between Super Impact and Blazing Festival units. Now this isn't always the case, I will say, but because it's an anniversary kind of area, or not really anniversary, it's an event period, they're gonna probably have a correlation. It would only make sense for them to do that. But with that said, there's actually a couple characters that could go with Kinkaku and Ginkaku, so we'll talk about that. First of all, if you guys don't know that much about them, like I said, they are pretty important in the lore because even though we only saw them like once, they do kind of have a backstory to them. So we finally saw them in the 4th Great Ninja War when they were fighting against Darui from the Hidden Cloud Village, and that was a pretty whack fight. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people didn't like that fight. It was one of the most uneventful ones in the 4th Great Ninja War. It was kind of weird the way he won and everything, but they were extremely powerful, and the reason for that is because they can actually go inside of the Nine Tails kind of cloak. Not the full KCM like Naruto can, but they can definitely activate the Nine Tails cloak, and that alone is like, yeah, man, it puts them up there. So the reason they were able to do this is because they were able to get the Nine Tails chakra when they fought against him as well. I even joked on Twitter saying, okay, is the Blazing Festival gonna be Kurama? But no, they're not gonna give us Kurama as a Blazing Festival unit, but he might be a part of it, which I'll say at the end as well. But they went against Darui in the 4th Great Ninja War, so Darui could definitely be one of the units, but I'm really hoping is not to throw shade to my boy Darui, but does anybody want a Darui Blazing Festival? And because it's probably going to be 2 units, the only other one I could think of would probably be either the Raikage or Killer Bee, because I doubt they're going to just throw in another random Jonin. They're probably going to give us someone else, but I would rather them not, because like I said, the fight with Darui and Kinkaku and Ginkaku was kind of whack, honestly. Now the only good thing about this is that these guys also have a tie-in with the Sage's 6-Pass ninja tools, so that is pretty interesting as well. In the fight with them and Darui, actually, that's what they use. So hey, maybe that could have some correlation with this. We could get something that has to do with the Sage's 6-Pass. Who knows, man? Just because of the ninja tools by themselves, that's a pretty big correlation. And then of course the big elephant in the room, these guys are the ones that were suspected in killing the second Hokage, assassinating him. And so a lot of people, me included, are suggesting Blazing Festival Tobirama. And because it's a dual Blazing Festival, most likely, hey, we might get Hiruzen finally. We might get Hiruzen finally, man. So yeah, that, I mean, the thing is, I would rather have Tobirama and Hiruzen than Darui and someone else. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm really not that hyped, honestly, if that's the case, because don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those people that sleeps on Tobirama, because if you know anything about Tobirama, then it's that he's really strong. He's a strong Hokage, man. It's just you don't really see him that much. And honestly, when you think of Tobirama, you just don't think of hype, man. Like, when I hear Tobirama, I don't get hyped. I just think, okay, you know, it's Tobirama, man. So honestly, Hiruzen's more hyped than that. But the last choice, I think, like I said, having to do with Kurama, that seems a little bit more interesting to me. So I personally think what we could get, if you look at the breadcrumbs they've been laying out, what we had for anniversary was Obito and Kakashi. And then we moved on to New Year's, where we had Sasuke and his EMS right when he was about to get his EMS, actually. So it was MS Sasuke right before EMS. And then we had Itachi. So what I'm thinking is KCM Naruto, man. Kurama has a lot to do with the Kinkaku and Ginkaku. So hey, maybe they will give us KCM Naruto, because KCM Naruto was the form Naruto had when Kinkaku and Ginkaku dropped in the 4th Great Ninja War, man. So hey, if we do get KCM Naruto, a new version of him, I actually would not mind that. I mean, it would be kind of whack because we got KCM 2 Naruto last year, but a new KCM 1 version Naruto, I would love that, man. That unit is extremely old. That was the first 6-star I ever pulled. So if they gave us a new version of KCM 1 Naruto and maybe someone else, I would have to say it would probably maybe be Killer Bee, but maybe it could be Minato as well, for all we know. But that would be amazing, because that's something I want. But if we get Tobirama and Hiruzen, I'm still gonna summon on it. I have enough pearls now again. It's just like, really, does anybody really want to get Tobirama? I mean, again, I don't get hyped when I think of him, man. I just really don't. But with that said, I do think it's still interesting. We do know this is the super impact for sure, and because of the correlation that's probably going to be there, I think it's safe to say it's going to be one of the units that I dropped names on in this video. But let me know what you guys think, because, you know, it honestly could be anything. It could be anything, man. And again, it could still be hype. It could still be hype. But I do kind of want to go ahead and say one more thing too, and I touched on this on my last video. There is a banner out right now, man, and it is this Blazing Festival Hashirama and Dual Rinnegan Madara, man. Now, obviously these units have been in the game for a year and like almost a half, so they needed their limit breaks. But the problem with this is, I don't think anybody was expecting them to drop their limit breaks right before Golden Week. Now, obviously, you're going to dismiss it as, okay, it's a trap banner. Yes, it is, but it's almost too good of a trap banner, man. Like, if they drop Tobirama and Hiruzen, there is no way, actually, nothing they could probably drop next week will be stronger than these units. It could be, because they're updated units. Units nowadays are getting better and better, but there is no way you're going to tell me that they're gonna be stronger than Dual Rinnegan Madara and Edo Hashirama. Now, Naruto Blazing units aren't always logically as strong as they would be in the show, but these units are not that. They are definitely not that. Dual Rinnegan Madara and Edo Hashirama are two of the strongest at the end of Naruto, obviously, for obvious reasons, especially Dual Rinnegan Madara. So, these are some of the best units in the game, man, and with them just now getting limit breaks, no, there's nothing else is gonna touch them, man. So the problem that I think this causes is that, yes, Golden Week could be something hype, but there's more than likely a chance that there's no way they're gonna come near these units, man. There's just no way. I mean, if you look at New Year's units, bro, Sasuke and Itachi, I don't even use that Sasuke on my body team. I don't. Final Valley Sasuke is the only one you need, bro. Like, it's just like these units right here are so amazing that even if Golden Week is hype next week, I feel like they made a mistake dropping this now. I'm gonna tell you right here, if you're a new player and you don't have these units or you don't have them maxed out, summon on this. Golden Week is gonna be hype, man. If you want to save, by all means, but honestly, this banner looks a lot more worth it. because honestly it's only 6 steps as well, so it's cheaper for you to get something that's probably going to be better than what we get next week, man. Like, I already have both of these characters and I have Madara maxed out, so there's no reason for me to summon on this. But honestly, this banner is looking better than probably what we're gonna get next week. So I mean, again, save up if you want to wait for the hype, but the smart play, everyone's always asking me what banners you should summon on. Blazing's really not hard to get good units because they drop banners like this all the time, man. It's really not that hard. I could jump into this and pull both of them probably, but I already have them, so I don't want to. So honestly, if you want to play it smart, this is a good banner right here, man. If you're free to play, if you want to wait, I understand, but this is the smart banner because these units are amazing and they're all you really need. But we'll have to wait till next week to see if that's the case. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope y'all enjoyed this and see what I'm saying. Let me know what you guys think might come next week because I am pretty hyped still. I'm just not as hyped as I was. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.